Hello, everybody. My name is Alondra Sotelo Valencia, and this is my plan of study analysis. Beginning with my program learning outcome and plan of study table. For the first one, the MA 610, I chose PLO 3 and the introductory level. My first plan of study 1, I chose the PLO 1. This is the introductory and developing level. POS 2, I chose PLO 2 in the introductory and developing level. POS 3, I chose the PLO 2 in the mastery experience level. POS 4, I chose the PLO 1, that is through the mastery experience level. POS 5, I chose PLO 4 in the introductory level. POS 6, I chose PLO 4 in the developing level. POS 7, I chose PLO 3 in the developing level. POS 8, I chose PLO 4 in the mastery experience level. MMAE, I chose for the 670, the PLO 3 in the mastery experience level. So the first thing is the MA 610. This is the plan of study and practice research. I chose PLO 3. This is apply practitioner research methods to study and inform instruction in traditional and digital learning environments. The reason I chose this in the introductory level is because the course allowed for an introductory level to be achieved by providing the opportunity to begin research, analyzing another source of study previously performed. The artifact that represents the level and the alignment is the practitioner research study paper that was completed. In these instructions of the assignment were to complete an analysis of study that was conducted and dissect the different areas that are important when creating the study. The artifact dives deep into the research done by Joseph Marangel and Regine Randall, who focused on the article Disconnected in a Connected World, Improving Digital Literacy's Instruction to Reconnect with Each Other, Ideas, and Texts. POS 1, this is the ITL 600, Becoming a Teacher. PLO 1 is the Integrate Advanced Approaches to Instruction, Assessment, and Learning Using Digital Tools and Skills in the introductory and developing level. This course is in alignment with PLO 1 at the introductory and developing level, as it allows for the basic understanding of how instruction can be implemented and how to analyze what should be implemented, as well as the developing of skills to create this process. The artifact that I chose in this sense was the Unpacking the Teacher Performance Expectations and Reflecting on Them. I believe this represents the level and alignment, as the instructions were to review all the TPEs and reflect on familiarity, moderate confidence, and very confident. It aligns with PLO 1 as it covers the different areas that should be focused on moving forward, how instruction is being approached from a personal sense, and what the understanding is of possible assessments and the confidence in utilizing these digital tools to implement them in the classroom. POS 2 is the ITL 604, Learners and Learning 1. PLO 2, Design Learning Experiences that include learner characteristics, principles of customized learning, and assessment as learning. Chose this in the introductory and developing level. The course aligns with PLO 2 as the objective was to learn to develop groups and teams in accordance with learning at the introductory and developing level, as it was a glimpse of the objective, but at the end allowed for a better understanding of the process and how to implement it in the classroom. The artifact chosen that aligns the course is through Learning Portal website, utilizing the social emotional learning playbooks, focusing on building relationships. So again, these are different relationships to understand the backgrounds of the students and being able to understand their different characteristics and developing groups that actually allow for these students to learn better, or even being able to customize that lesson plan for those students or the different learning experiences through the connection and customization, as well as how to follow up on these understandings. Now, POS 3 is the ITL 606 Learners and Learning 2 with the PLO 2 alignment, designing learning experiences that include learning characteristics, principles of customized learning, and assessment as learning. I chose this in the mastery experience level. ITL 606 aligns with PLO 2 as it focuses on the learner's SEL through diversity and inclusion understanding. The level of mastery experience is valid for this course as it created a deeper understanding of creating customized learning and utilizing learner experience or characteristics, to deliver instruction. It gives confidence to implement in the classroom with students who may be from diverse backgrounds. The artifact that I chose for this alignment is an assignment that was completed learning portal utilizing the playbooks via SEL with the focus on diversity and inclusion. The assignment provides a platform to respond to questions that focus on the importance of diversity and inclusion when creating these lesson plans and assessments for learners. This platform allows for reflection on how to focus on student characteristics and customizing the instructional delivery further. So it gives the format of what should be really reflected on and what should be analyzed before setting up that lesson plan and making sure that it is a diverse modification as well as inclusive. ITL 608, Design and Process of Teaching. I chose the PLO1, Integrate Advanced Approaches to Instruction, Assessment, and Learning Using Digital Tools and Skills at the Mastery Experience level. The course aligns with PLO1 as it provides an opportunity to implement the structure of planning instruction, therefore implement it in the classroom. The level chosen of Mastery Experience is due to the higher level of understanding of what needs to be the focus when creating lesson plans and how to be aligning them to California standards. The artifact that I chose was the stage 1 planning your instruction assignment. This was basically the template of a lesson plan and being able to align those to the California standards. So it then provides the opportunity to unpack the standards and create a reasoning for why the lesson plan and created aligns with the standards and what actions are to be done by not only the teacher, but also by the student. And going back to the connection to PLO1, it does give a more advanced approach to the instruction. So first getting the instruction down, looking at our lesson plans towards that, and then really creating something that is going to allow us to assess that knowledge of the students. EDA 644, this is POS 5 in Higher Education, Law, and Politics. This aligns with PLO 4, develop reflective practices that are grounded in current learning research or science research, professional ethics, and include pathways to continuous growth in the introductory level. The course aligns with PLO 4, which is chosen as an introductory level because the focus is on reviewing laws that are to be followed as a professional and allows for analysis of how the laws are affecting student success and learning, providing an introduction into a deeper understanding of laws and the relevancy to the student learning outcomes. The artifact that I chose provides an alignment as it was actually an assignment in laws in higher education. So the assignment instructions were to watch a video that discussed various issues in the laws of higher education and what they're constantly facing, laying down the ground for professional ethics to be understood, and noting suggestions that will allow growth within the higher education sector. So this gives an insight of how to look at these laws and create those suggestions accordingly. So really looking at the laws, breaking it down, analyzing and saying, okay, this is going to be possibly an obstacle or a challenge to be able to continue growth for students, or it's actually going to work with us in being able to create a type of plan for students to always have that continuous growth. EDA 640 or POS 6, this is an introduction to higher education administration. PLO 4, develop reflective practices that are grounded in the current learning science research, professional ethics, and include pathways to continuous growth. I chose this in the developing level. The course aligns with PLO 4 with the opportunity to focus on the administrative factor of higher education, giving a more distinctive insight into how the institution can continue to grow and what pathways are to be taken. The chosen level is developing as it gives more information to have a better understanding, but there's still left room for further research and some clarification. The assignment of selecting one issue covered throughout the course and focusing on how this affects current learning, as well as what professional ethics needs to be considered, leading to what suggestions can be made to allow growth, aligns with PLO 4. It allows for reflection and evaluation. The artifact or assignment was the paper written on institutional autonomy and accountability, where the issue illuminated the understanding of the issues that, again, higher education face, and provided background and history, giving more focus on the current status of these issues. And kind of connecting a little bit more into it, it really gives a grounds for understanding what the current situations look like and why colleges are only allowed to do certain things or institutions are only allowed to do certain things and what areas are they accountable for. So how much freedom do they have and what are they actually responsible for? Again, providing how can we take this information and now continue to grow and allow our students to be able to continue to grow without losing what these areas are and what they are established at that moment. POS 7, EDA 648 are student services and enrollment management. This aligns to PLO 3, applied practitioner research methods to study and inform instruction in traditional and digital learning environments in the developing level. In alignment with PLO3, while learning about the student services and enrollment management, the opportunity to obtain more insight on how instruction can be delivered through different environments was given by reading about how student services support these methods and how enrollment management ensures that they are being implemented to lead to retention. Noted as a developing level, as there's still areas that can be analyzed further to gain more understanding. So again, the artifact that supports the idea of this course being aligned with PLO3 is the assignment in which the instructions were to present information about how student affairs and enrollment management must collaborate to ensure student success and focus on the holistic approach methods. This is the idea that the student, they should be focusing on the whole student and not just in one area. So the diagram and ideal organizational model provides that information and considers how a dynamic in which the objective is the student success. So again, going back to that, where what different research methods have been given or have been delivered or conducted so that there is a way to analyze what works best with traditional and digital learning environments and how does student services and enrollment management take part in that collaboration. POS 8, EDA 642, Policy and Accountability. This is aligned to PLO 4, Develop Reflective Practices that are grounded in current learning science research, professional ethics, and include pathways to continuous growth in the mastery experience level. This POS course aligns with PLO 4 as it reflects on how new policies affect the way instruction is delivered in the higher education sector. The reason for the mastery experience level is due to a rooted understanding that the knowledge and instruction given is focused on the current learning research and areas that can affect the pathway to growth. The artifact that allows for the connection of this POS and to PLO4 is the assignment analyzing the impact of a new policy in a policy brief. The assignment covers the impact of laws and regulations on the pathways to growth, as well as challenges to professional ethics that are to be followed. It focuses on the root of the issues and how the current learning research can be manipulated through such policies. It provides a deeper understanding of when a policy is put into place, how is this policy going to affect the way that instruction is being delivered. So it really allows for a way to reflect on how the current learning science research or what studies are currently being conducted and how these policies will actually alter those different research studies. The last one is the MAE 670, Applied Practitioner Research and Customized Study. This is PLO3, Applied Practitioner Research Methods to Study and Inform Instruction in Traditional and Digital Learning Environments. I chose this at the Mastery Experience level. The PLO3 and this course align as the course focuses on applying research to the previously created research question. Mastery Experience level is chosen as the course provides the opportunity to create a review on the research that may have previously been done with the relevant question. So I chose the Artifact Practitioner Research Proposal where the instructions were actually to review 5 different peer-reviewed studies that have a relevant question to the one created as the basis of the research. So the question that we created on our own, finding those different variable relationships, took 5 different peer-reviewed studies and really analyze those, which is where the alignment goes, is knowing how to apply those research methods. So learning what research methods are out there and how to actually implement them. The assignment allowed for a deeper understanding of the PLO3 with providing the opportunity to read and study the different research methods that can be utilized to deliver results of the primary question. So this is now my plan of study analysis, and I hope that the PLOs were aligned correctly and the artifacts do give that information that needs to be done or provided so that there is a transparent or a well-aligned PLO to a plan of study. Thank you.